Non-stop broadcasting, verified facts, reputable experts, information straight from the front. Broadcast via satellite throughout Europe, Central Asia, the Middle East and South Africa. Presence in the networks of cable operators in 44 countries. And also on YouTube, Facebook and other digital platforms. In total, 6.5 billion views over the past year. All of this is about the Ukrainian international broadcasting channel FreeDom.
The turnover that the FreeDom TV channel has gained on the international arena. Well, believe me, I've worked for Ukrainian TV channels before that, and I'm understood perfectly well that we are nowhere in the international field. And now we see that we did in 1 year what politicians promised us for a decade, but all this, unfortunately, was at the level of conversation. This is a fact. And thank you that this fact has become the reality of the present, that in 1 year we have caught up with the time.
The FreeDom telethon appeared for the first time on March 10, 2022, the 15th day of the full-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine. The media workers then had to move from Kyiv to other region of the country. This is archival footage taken about a year ago.
We came together from practically the entire territory of Ukraine in one room. There is the studio, the newsroom and the technical department. Let's go, I will show you.
Same perspectives.
Who are now friends of Russia.
When you're in the same room and you have got everything here in the reading room, it's usually all in different places. We had some very funny moments when we had the reading room organized. There was some mattress and we just put this mattress around, and that was our reading room where we just hidden it.
To counter Russian lies and manipulations, the largest and most influential media holdings of the country, 1+1 Media, Starlight Media, Intermedia Group and the State Enterprise International Broadcasting Multimedia Platform of Ukraine, united with the support of the President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky, the Ministry of Culture and Information Policy and the National Council of Ukraine for Television and Radio Broadcasting.
In
Ukraine there is a very strong journalistic community because before the war there were many different centers of decision-making, and these centers in general form the basis of democracy. So each center could have its own channel, some information wars and so on. But now there is only one war, all united for the sake of victory and to help the armed forces of Ukraine in fighting the aggression.
Journalists of the FreeDom telethon call things by their proper names. Victories are victories, defeats are defeats, without the pops, negative advances and gestures of goodwill that are favored by Russian propagandists.
From the TV you are told that all is well, sanctions don't work, although when you go to the store you see that, for example, earlier you bought juice in bright beautiful box, but now it is just white and there is something written in black letters. You have to wonder why this happened, and because the Tetra Pak manufacturer left, the task was to show and tell Russians and Russian-speaking people in general who are poisoned by the propaganda that everything is not so, just to make it alternative point of view appear.
9 out of 10 viewers of the FreeDom telethon live in the countries most poisoned by the Kremlin propaganda. But those who watch International Broadcasting Multimedia Platform of Ukraine know the truth about the war crimes of the Russian army and the lives of Ukrainians in the territories temporarily occupied by Russia, about how the so-called partial mobilization actually goes, about the victims of political repressions in Russia and the world's reaction to unprovoked Kremlin aggression, about the impact of sanctions on the economy of the aggressor country, the creation of tribunals for Russian leaders, and the real level of Russia's isolation from the civilized world. All the things that the Russian television will not tell you about. Reported by Roman Smoler, Valeria Nikipelova, Sergei Savchuk, Alexander Khan, UATV News.